The mother of all heat waves is here for Portland and the Pacific Northwest. It's time for a quick update on what's going to be happening the next couple of days. I am not going to be going over again why it's so hot and what to do to prepare. If you want to hear that, please check out any of the local news stations or go check out my previous video where I have all the details with that. So to start, the watches and warnings. Not much has changed in the Willamette Valley. An excessive heat warning is in effect until at least Monday. For the greater Pacific Northwest, all of the excessive heat watches have been converted into excessive heat warnings, and a new excessive heat warning has been issued over the Olympic Peninsula as confidence grows of extreme temperatures being recorded there as well. So, the temperature records in jeopardy, and I added two new ones here. So, the warmest June day, currently sitting at 102 degrees, is almost certainly going to fall. The all-time warmest in Portland, almost certainly going to fall as well. The warmest night is highly likely to fall as well. It's at 74 degrees. The most 90-degree days in June is likely to fall if all the forecast temps verify. Currently at 4, the record's 9, forecasting 10 total. So the largest temperature anomaly is also in jeopardy as well. So that was 33 degrees above average back in May of 1983. One of the days I'm forecasting 35 degrees above average. There's also too many daily records to name with this. So to compare all the TV stations before I go into my forecast, we're all very confident it's going to be a historic heat wave. That's why I call it the mother of all heat waves. Saturday, generally in the low to mid hundreds. Sunday, about 110 or a degree or two below for the local TV stations. The weather apps tend to be a little higher. And then for Monday, a little bit of a cool off, but still mid hundreds. And again, the apps are a little higher than that in general. So, the setup. Same thing as yesterday, where a high pressure will be building over British Columbia, the lower portions of British Columbia. It's a prime position for Portland's warmest temperatures. As we move into Monday and Tuesday, that high pressure will move south over the inland northwest, weaken a little bit, and then just stall. Strength of the high pressure will also be historically strong for any time of the year, let alone June as well, which is why we're so confident that's going to be record warm temperatures. So, on Sunday, if you're at the coast, some of the places you'll see a good amount of relief. Pretty much anywhere that's directly on the coast, especially from Tillamook south, probably stay under 80 degrees. But as you go further north and a little bit further inland, you may get in the upper 80s or lower 90s in the case of Astoria and Forks. Inland valleys, Willamette Valley, Umpqua, and the Rogue Valleys, lower 110s. The Puget Sound, about 100 to about 105. And in the inland northwest, if you're in the higher elevations, probably about 100 to 105, depending on your location and elevation. But in the Columbia Basin, you're probably looking at anywhere from 107 in Spokane to 113 in the Dalles. And Sunday out west is supposed to be the warmest day, minus Seattle. But on Monday, out east gets warmer. So start back out west. The coast will get some relief in Astoria as marine air starts to push in. Forks will also get some relief as well, but otherwise temperatures won't really change much else, staying right around 70 to 75. Southern Willamette Valley will also see some relief going back into the lower 90s. However, Portland will still be in the triple digits, and Seattle will actually warm up despite its neighbor Olympia to the south cooling down. The inland northwest, higher elevations will be still mid 100s, while the Columbia Basin will be firmly in the 110-degree range. So, the 7-day forecast for Portland. Same general idea applies to everywhere. So, 98 tomorrow. 106 on Saturday. That is unchanged from yesterday. All three of these are unchanged from yesterday. Not much relief on the lows. Each red number also is a record high temperature. Sunday, 112 degrees. The average high is 77 degrees for that day, which means that average low of 80 doesn't even get down to the average high. Monday, 107. And finally, some relief on Tuesday and beyond. However, I should note with Monday that it's still lower confidence than other days. I did take the thunderstorm chance off, as we are now 100% confident that that's not going to be happening versus just a smidget of uncertainty with that. Reasonable models haven't really converged at all. They're still ranging from about 90 to 115. The biggest cluster seems to be right around this 105 to 108 area, so split the difference and want 107. The 80-degree low will just generally be in isolated areas, but has a higher chance in Portland. So if you're in outlying areas, probably better off seeing 70 to 75 rather than the 80. And there's the heavy range is because the marine push may start sooner than expected, cooling things off early. This is what causes the cool down Corvallis, as you'll see soon. You also get warmer the further north and east you go in general. The low confidence also only applies to Portland. So, as we move on to Corvallis's and just Southern Valley in general 7-day forecast, because it's completely different than Portland's, minus the first couple days. Still the warm up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. However, on Monday, big cool down. 92 on Monday, which will feel comfortable in comparison to the 111. Tuesday is the only day in the 80s if this verifies, while Wednesday and Thursdays goes back up into the 90s and stays there possibly for further than this shows. Lows are far more reasonable, but a little bit warmer than what I was showing yesterday, generally in the low 60s minus the 2 super hot days. So I will talk to you all tomorrow, and please stay cool out there and take care.